Hello, hello, hello. We are very chilled music tonight. We are very chilled. Sorry, I had to move the microphone. I think I should be speaking into the microphone more. Maybe I should hide behind it. But anyway, hello everybody. Good evening, Lachlan. Welcome. Good evening, Scott. How are we all? I must admit I'm a little tired. I need to sit in the middle. Hang on. That's about right. You ready for the big reveal? You ready? You ready? Hey, new digs. I like it. Very fancy, I know. There's a train just down there. Look, there it is. There it goes. I was kind of thinking have it go around my head, but maybe. G'day, Sparky. Welcome, welcome. I was inspired. The terrain has just given me a new lease on this game. It's awesome. I did a big reveal on my Rocksmith stream, but it involved short shorts. You know, I've seen your stream, Darren, and I've been scared a number of times. I don't want to see your Rocksmith, if you get my meaning. Yeah, the terrain in this game is just fantastic. Thank you, Darren. Thank you. And thank you, Scott, for the beach scene inspiration that I currently rest upon. I'm very excited to get this pull request in. I'm very excited. Look at these wonderful words here. Perlin noise. Perlin, if I can spell right. Perlin noise. If I flick to images, I bet you're going to see what Perlin noise is. See, look at this. Perlin noise. It's made for terrain. Look at this. Look at this wonderful image. Imagine some of these blue and some of these green. This is the promise of this pull request. I have not run this code. I am probably just going to merge it without running the code. We'll see how we go. They aren't shorts with that length. They're belly bites. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Dearie, dearie me. Unsigned shorts only in this channel. Wait, signed shorts? I don't even know. So we've got some stuff. Heights. Yeah, so terrain type is gone. I know this, not because I peeked. I didn't peek, I promise. But because I read the Discord. You can too. Wait for it. I should have prepared this earlier. If you read the Discord, if you join the Discord, I know words. Is empty. That's interesting. I wonder why we need to know if the terrain map is empty. Noise 2D. Whoa. We have vectors. I don't know what vectors are, but I'm glad they're here. A static. Oh, I didn't even notice it was static. Static state. Darren Morton, what are you doing? Static state. My word. The production value on this stream has shot through the roof. Is the chat messages going away too quickly? Because I can't see them. So it's copied from Stack Overflow. Like Google code. Yeah, good. Yeah, let me know if the chat messages disappear too quickly. I can tweak that. I don't know. Random with no seed. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Wait, no, that doesn't matter because we're serializing all of the terrain, so we're okay. That's okay. If you do a random with no seed, it just means you get the milliseconds as the seed, which is fun. We're not worried about pretty much anything, really. That lowercase g is annoying me. I like this says reseed, but doesn't reseed anything. It just regenerates. But sure. Gradients drop. I'm not going to even bother. This looks all good. I've written many Perlin noise generators in my time, and this is not one of them. Reseeds. Does it reseed as in it grows new grass? Is that what you're going for? Permutation is the Perlin seed. Okay, right. Oh, there's a noise generator, so there's like multiple classes. Cool. Another static class. This one doesn't have state. That's okay. Yeah, I'm not going to read this. I don't know why I'm buying. Oh, wait. Generate terrain command. Oh, okay. So I think I'll merge this, and then I might tweak this a bit because, yeah, I'm kind of thinking that we just generate on clear all. This capital letter is annoying me. This is the extent of my pull request review. Rough first. Well, we'll see. Oh, so you got rid of the tools. Okay, so this is purely random terrain. Okay, that's cool. I can live with that. Dirty white. I like it. If this was the TypeScript version of this game, that color would be called Barry White. And then 6 months later, you'd look at it and you're like, what did that mean? But anyway. So terrain color is only mapped from height now. Yeah, that makes sense. And is it just split up into these bands? Yes, it is. I think, if I can read math, which I can't. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. And water level is light yellow. Okay. With a name like that, it's not unusual. Are you thinking of oh, I've forgotten his name now. The Welsh guy. That's not Barry White. Who's the Welsh guy? Tony? No, is it Tony? Someone? It's not Tony Bennett. Damn it. Tom Jones. Thank you very much. Grr. I'm trying to think. I have... Well, no, I don't have any more, but I had a Catatonia CD with the Ballad of Tom Jones on it. I'm trying to think back to when I last listened to it. That all got packed up in the last move, because CDs are not something you need to keep these days. I would play that song, but then bad things would happen. Debug. This draws coord and height onto cells. Oh, cool. Nice. We can do this with multiple layers, but okay. Alright, cool. Enough looking at code. This is probably... There's nothing obnoxious here other than a whole lot of code I don't understand. But thank you, Darren. I'm so excited. So excited. Light yellow is the first non-water level. Okay, right. Cool. Wait, hang on just a second. Back to list colors. Here we are. So light yellow. Okay, cool. So we have 2 water colors. Awesome. Allow me to pull on these changes, if you get my meaning. Man, this is so chill. Hey, thank you, Scott. Did you do that just so that Darren's name would be on the bottom there? Well, there. Because, that's exactly why people put these things on stream. Oh no! Visual Studio has recovered. Oh no, we're not an error. Oh no. And this is, I think I updated, didn't I? I did. Oh, look at this. Thank you, Scott. Look at this, look at this, look at this. See this? Check ID. This, I thoroughly recommend. Everybody get Visual Studio Preview. It's out today, maybe? I don't know when. Turn on this checkbox. I was very skeptical at first that I would like this, but I really like this now. It's really cool. Oh, it's got 5. I didn't even notice it was 5. You was too generous. Too generous. And thank you, Paolo, for following 20 hours ago. Your name is also on stream. Welcome. No, only one. Yeah, why did it's you shared 5 emotes, it says. I don't know what that means or why, but well done. Thank you. Did I even make an emote for a train? I don't think I did. No, just the tracks. I should really work on my Twitch one day. I put effort into OBS this week, so don't want to peak, don't want to aim too high. All right, what are we doing? Let's look at what this looks like. Come on, we have Perlin noise. Is this going to crash because I have a saved terrain file? Let's find out. Drinking peppermint tea tonight. Because to be perfectly honest, I'm not feeling fantastic. It will crash because of the virus. Excellent. Yeah, I didn't read that. I saw the word generator, got excited, but that's my shtick. Oh no, the build just failed. Oh dear. Okay. Wow, I have a lot less screen real estate now with this new layout than I did before. Look, I'm stopped. That's it. So click to there. Yep. Let's clear everything and ooh, look at that. That is some big terrain, but that is awesome. Man, that is awesome. Oh, I really want to zoom now. I want to see it all. That is so cool. How good does that look? And presumably we can go right up to the edge of the beach. Yes. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. God, I love this game. It's amazing how much a little bit of colour really does just brighten up things. It might be because I haven't left the house in a month. But, you know, not even the black train can put me off. Oh, this is so good. This is awesome. Look, we got a little mountain, a little bit of snow. I'm looking forward to the hills, Darren, or the whatever the skew you were going to put on the tracks. Yeah, I don't see how that's going to happen, but you do you, buddy. Ah, this is so cool. More trains. This is cool. I really want to zoom. Like the mini map is frustratingly small, but the actual screen is frustratingly big. Wait, small. Wait, you know what I mean. I could maximize this, but you wouldn't see any of it because I'm looking at this letterbox in my monitor at the moment. I think maybe I need to reduce the size of the little bar down the bottom there. Is a zoom feature planned? You know, it is something I've talked about, and I probably should do, yes. And in theory, it's easy, but then, well, that's easy to say. It wasn't before, but it might be now. Yes. Oh, there is one change required and it becomes simple. This is where we find out. See, Scott has done all of this work in private and he just waits. He just waits. But that's okay. He's very nice. Game parameters is the start of it. Yeah. Oh man, that serialization code. It is fast. I thoroughly recommend running trains at the start of the day and then just leaving it running all day. So yeah, So in theory, the general theory is Pixel Mapper is responsible for all things and it can do whatever math it wants. It falls down a little bit because the cell size doesn't come through Pixel Mapper kind of, so things get a bit different, but yeah. It lets you bask in the moment. Yes, it does. I'm thinking we should also serialize trains. I don't think there's a good reason not to. Might as well just save the whole lot. That is awesome. So I'm kind of thinking, though, that I want to get rid of the generate terrain command and just put this in clear all. Because I think it's just easier. Like if I run it now, I potentially have water where my tracks are. No, it just doesn't do anything. Darren. Okay. Don't need to set touch pixel mapper, you just set scale cell size. Yes, that's kind of what I meant, but yeah. Only works after clearing. Yeah, so I think I might just make clearing do it. There's no reason to have two buttons, especially if the second button doesn't do anything. Why didn't you just do it in clear, by the way? To stop to put exactly. See, great minds think alike. Can you can we adjust the parameters? Like I'm kind of getting, whoa, that's a very unplayable level. It's kind of like one giant lake per generation. Can we make them like smaller maybe? I don't know, it might look terrible because this is very pixelated. The other thing I also should probably do is, I used to think this game, the total map was huge, but it feels really small now. Partly because of this window size, which I noticed this is just crept down. Like you can see, I'm only getting 2 screens width on the minimap there. I wonder what scaling the terrain down by half would look like. You mean do half cells, or not necessarily less water, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just going to put this code into here. So it's not empty return. Well, it is empty now. Yeah, let's shove it in. Actually, No, it should go in here. I think it should go in here because if you start up the game with no saved state, you would also want it to be generated. So let's put it in here. Let's see what that looks like. Bing. Yeah, like that's probably not ideal that it's hard-coded to this stuff, but we'll get there. It's fine. Get rid of that. Oops, not that. That one. Yep, fix that please. This is game oh, we don't have a game parameters. Oh dear. Hey, what? Hello? Well, nothing's working, but also, what happened to our game parameter? Is that in the drawing layer? Drawing? I didn't know where. You know, I was thinking. It is. Oh, that's annoying. Wait a minute. Why does it do 3,000 divided by 40? Hang on. Slowly. This is the number of cells, right? Yeah, we don't need to calculate that. We have that. That's on... Is it on Pixel Mapper? No. Where's the number of cells? I'm sure it's on something. I can't remember how my game works. 75 bucks, 3,000 pixels. I couldn't find it. I'm sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, columns. It's right there. There it is. It's this dot columns and this dot rows. I found it. Now octaves. What does that do? Can I play with that? What's going to happen if I make octaves bigger or smaller? Terrain. See, say fast enough. It's terrain. All right, cool. So we generate the starting terrain. So let's go up to where we load. And so if there's an exception, we do nothing. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do that. And let's do that. And let's just... Oh, no, wait, that won't work, will it? Because if you don't have any files, that's not going to throw an exception. Okay, we'll do this. Oops. If tracks isn't null and terrain isn't null, then we will layout dot set tracks, which is a terrible name. Terrain map. Yeah, we'll just do that to make it look nice, and then otherwise we'll clear all. And I'm allowed to use C#9, right? Yes. Oh, goodness me. Okay, cool. Let me... Oh, wait, I want to delete this. And I want to... That can stay. I want to delete this. Oops. Okay, let me delete my save files and we'll see what happens. Boom. Bye-bye. And then, yeah, maybe we'll play with that octave octaves and see what happens. Probably should be a const, I guess. Everything broke. Yeah, right. That's my bad. It should be the number of terrain colors. Oh, really? Okay. That's not as fun. I was kind of hoping that would... Yeah, like, I don't think it's about more water. I think just the areas being smaller. Like, more constrained, maybe? More variance? I don't know. We'll see. So that didn't work. That works. Oh, God. No, it doesn't. What happened over there? Oh, wow. Also, wow. Okay. So evidently columns is not what I think it is. That's surprising. Guessing I can get rid of columns then, hey. Octaves is the number of iterations of noise to overlap or merge. Yeah, so that sounds like something good. Yeah, okay, so here's the shocker here, is that columns and rows is basically never used. And so this is why it's wrong. Which does make me want to get rid of them, but it is good to know. So let's make them work rather than get rid of them. Who knows about the 3000 thing? I think that's only Pixel Mapper. Max grid size, yeah. Pixel Mapper and the Mini Mapper, yeah. Well, you know what? We'll do this, and we'll do that. Because there is a bug in this as well that I found, which I can show you here. Actually found when generating the bar down the bottom there, you can draw stuff out of bounds. So we probably should fix up the max columns and rows and have it mean something and have it actually like be validated. And oh, hang on, I just have to fix my little shruggy dude there. Noise generator, set line 24 to 2F and 25 to 0.1F. Get yourselves a Scott, everybody. You won't understand what he does necessarily, but trust him. Oh, wow, parallel.4. Look at that. Line 24. Frequency. Whoa, frequency is going from 0.5 to 2, and amplitude is going to 0.1. Look at that. That is some large changes. Okay. So, what are we doing here? We are going course viewport pixels. So what we need is we need to get max columns, max rows, is pixel mapper, viewport pixels, 2 chords for pixel mapper dot max grid size. And actually we can do if gameboard.columns is 0, I think we can just do this. Can I do that? Rose? Can I do that? Happy? Cool. Let's see if that works. Too moist. Plant status. Oh yeah, you did your plant. Well done. Maybe I need a plant emoji too. Except I don't have enough. Sorry, emote. I don't have enough slots to mini the terrain. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I think Zoom is definitely on the go. This terrain, it just looks too good. Oh yes, that's perfect. Look at it. Look at that mini map. That is great. That is exactly what I want to see. Ah, that is so good. All right, so clear all works. Clear, 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 clear. Oh my god, that's awesome. And now we wait for 500 years while we close the app. Is awesome. And we clear our save data again. What happens if I clear just the tracks? I'm not going to remember what the terrain looked like. Alright, I'll turn back. Oh, that's not working. Okay. That's not working. Oh, I bet you... Now, I bet you what that is here. I bet you they're not null, they're just empty. Which is easy enough. Hey, check this one out. Speaking of C#9. Oh, it's 9 numerable. Damn it. I was going to get all fancy. I'll show you what it's going to do. Let me do this. So this, we're going to make this an array. And we're going to make this an array of tracks. I can go to tracks is squiggle space length greater than 0. How's that for fancy? So this will automatically do a null check because these braces define an object, and then it'll check the length property, and then it'll check if it's greater than 0. Amazing. I'm not going to bother that because I need rules. Fine. So we'll just do and I'm going to do just terrain.any, I think. I think it makes more sense that you might have deleted all of your tracks. Yeah. Can't wait to annoy my... that one deserves a highlight. That is absolutely correct. I have seen some horrible abuses of this, and I've seen some just brilliant, like super long things, but they actually end up really readable, and they check a bunch of things and nest and whatever, and actually sometimes can be elegant, but yeah, absolutely. Boy, it's hideous sometimes. I gotta... Wait, why didn't that work? These are 0 kilobytes. Let's find out. Oh, goodness me. I just got a random spam on Discord for the first time. I could win. Alright, so what is terrain? Terrain has nothing. Tracks has nothing. So that should go to clear all. Excellent. Oh, you know why? I know why. It's because this is 0. Yeah. We haven't been told about the game yet. This is a problem. Also, this thing won't stay in the right position. That's a problem. Bugger. Oh, I love it. I'm just looking at the minimap and like... Yeah. Anyway. I hope we can win something. You want to win something? There you go. Well, feel free to click on any of those links. I'm not going to, but you should totally feel free to. Dear. Awesome. Close. Hey, Moody, how are ya? Welcome. Whoa. Welcome. I hate ordering. See, now I need an initialize. I need a like a... That's really frustrating. Look at my terrain, Moody. I'm going to show you anyway. Ha, look at this. Watch. Look at that. We're generating terrain. It's so pretty. And then you put tracks and you make them go around the lake. And you draw them really quickly so there's gaps in your tracks and the trains can't possibly work. It's awesome. And then you erase them. And then you put a train on. And you just watch it. And you listen to chill music. And you watch your trains go around. And you look at your Perlin noise. What does simply mean? Well, I don't know. Yes, it is Perlin noise. Mr. Darren in the chat wrote to the Perlin noise generator, or rather copied it from Stack Overflow. Yes, we just merged his PR, and it is so good. The results. It is so good. I love it. I could just look at it all day. I'm like looking at the minimap and like noticing shapes. You know, like you stare at clouds. I'm like noticing shapes and like, oh, that kind of looks like New Zealand. That kind of looks like England. Not in this one, obviously, but a previous one. Trust me. These little snow-capped mountains. This music is too chill. I'm going to fall asleep and just stare at my game. Oh dear. Have you seen the diagram with the big blobs on the left and the tiny blobs on the right? No. I'll be back in 1 second. Let's just look at this for a second. If you simplify the octaves, if you change the octaves, you simplify the terrain. I don't know what that means, but let's have a look. So 4 is fun. Okay, let's go with 4. This is a new distraction for the train game, and that is Perlin Noise Playground. Okay, so clear all. That kind of looks the same. Maybe more contiguous blocks? No, there's a little bit. Did I do that right? You know what? I'm going to leave it at 4. That looks fine. Alright, cool. I'm going to check this in. No, I need to solve the columns problem. Can't check this in. Okay, let's... Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. We are going to go... There's no initialize. There's no boot up for this stuff. It's quite frustrating. Now, you know what? Game board. Here we go. Yes, I'm going to do it this way. Because that's a constant, so I can do this. And I can go like this. And we can go... what are we doing? Initialize. Look at that. Create an initialize method. Just play with all the numbers till something looks right. It all kind of looks right. I'm easy to please, I think. Except I closed the wrong file, so now I have to go find it again. Oh, there it is. Bigger blocks the same. Yeah, it kind of looked like that a bit. I love number one. I haven't thought of that in a while. Okay, so we want to make a initialize. And I'm going to move all of this to here. Yeah, let's do that. Storage. Yeah. It's interesting that the serializers don't use the columns and rows properties. I've forgotten how they work. Did I have a suppression somewhere else? I did. Suppress down there. Cool. I think that will work. No, it won't. I need to set the columns and rows first. We actually don't need them to be this. Public. No, private. Perlin noise is close to your job? Really? I don't like to work with randomness. Let's see what breaks when I get rid of these. And down here somewhere, excuse me, down here somewhere. Nope. Here. We go Alt Shift dot 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 underscore select, and then it's like Control U. Yes. Keyboard master. Write that down. Hey JT. Welcome. Hello. I am Steve-O. Darren's job is a general noise generator. Normally he does it on his guitar, but in this case he's doing it with code. Oh, look at it, it's a thing of beauty. Look at my mountains, JT. They really don't look like mountains when you're zoomed in that close. But trust me, they're mountains. That's a lake. Oh, this is so good. Thank you. Well, thank you for joining. You're allowed to lurk. That's totally fine. Totally fine. The contract on Twitch is that if you're watching, you will not get called out. Hey, it works. All right, awesome. I'll draw some tracks. So I've drawn tracks around the little dot. Let's remember as much of that as we possibly can. Burn it into your brain while it closes, which takes a while. And look the same. Yes. All right. Awesome. We are done with terrain. There, I said it. Close it. Oh man, I'm going to close it again. If the terrain never changes, unless you press clear all, we could just skip the saving. Yeah, we might have to look into the performance of that. Go away, output window. What are you doing? How do you... No, the other one. There we go. Cool. Fix up terrain a bit. No. Automatically generate. Why am I writing these nicely? Like, who cares? Nobody reads these, right? Alright, let's quickly. I also just remembered that the build broke. So we should see what that is before we go too far. If we can remember how GitHub Actions work. Oh, a test failed. La-di-da, look at that. Darren, you broke a test. No, I'm guessing you didn't. The task could not be loaded from the assembly. Oh dear. Oh dearie. That's a... I don't think that's my fault. But let's find out. We'll push again. Occasionally I rant about functional principles. Occasionally. Ha! Alright, so what are we actually doing tonight? That's the question. We have awesome terrain. There is a few little things. I had a to-do list. I did it. Wait, that's not my to-do list. That's Teams. That I've done. I've already recommended parameter name hints. Parameter name hints. Check it out. Do yourself a favor. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about Darren's functional principles. Not F sharp, but Darren's functional principles. So there is a thing here, which is called isDirty on what is it, layer renderer? You know what? Let's talk about this one. There is this dirty flag thing. I was talking about getting rid of this dirty flag because I don't love that there's a game that has to pull from their state, and so this dirty so this track layout knows this track layout renderer knows it wants to listen to track layout collection changed. It wants to set dirty to true when that changes. but then it also has to set dirty to false at the end. And I kind of don't like that. I kind of don't like that it has to say, yeah, I need to be redrawn, and then later say, oh no, I'm good now. Like, I feel like that's too much, right? It shouldn't know how it's used. It should just know that some action needs to be taken. And so what I was going to do, what I was talking to Darren about on the Discord, actually I'm not sure it was the Discord, so but let's pretend it was the Discord. You should totally join the Discord. Is doing a, now you know what, let's just call it what it is. Doing a changed event, essentially. So this thing would hook up to collection changed, and then here it would go, it still is that, and it would say, you know what, oops, just invoke my changed event, which is basically it saying, there you go. So basically it's saying, hey, I know that something has happened that I need to change now, and in this case it's really simple. And then I'm going to tell the world, you know what, I've changed too. I don't know how, I don't know why. Let's not get into too much depth here. I don't know what it means to you if you're listening to this change message, but here you are, here's a message. And then we know that game would just call render again. And so essentially this code would only run when that change event fires. That would be the ideal, right? Because then you get things like, see, this dirty has to start off as true, otherwise it'll never be rendered. Well, that's a bit shit. So I was saying, okay, let's make this an event. And Darren said, well, wait, first of all, I need to do, oops, not that one. Hey, that's a new feature. Pull members up to new base class is a new feature. Thanks to my friend Andrew. Let's put this on the interface. What Darren's argument was, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that events don't go on interfaces. It's interesting that the music is getting a little bit faster as I'm getting potentially controversial. What he was saying was, events don't go on interfaces. And I kind of disagree, but let's talk about his suggested alternative. So his suggested alternative was a method on the interface called, register for updates that takes an action. And so instead of subscribing to an event, something would call register for updates. This thing would have public void register for updates. I need to check on chat because I'm going to miss what's going on. And so what this would need to do is essentially, I guess here we go, public list of actions, listeners. Yes, I would like a using statement, and this would go listeners.add updated, and then this, and nobody in the chat, I know you're thinking the code can be improved. I'm doing this on purpose. Just slow down. For each action updater in listeners, yep, updater. This is what essentially Darren's suggestion was. Correct me if I'm wrong, Darren. While you're correcting me because I'm 30 seconds delayed or ahead of you or something, I will read the chat. Get messages for when other people show up in your stream, like when the ASP community stand up. Did they do that? Did they show the commit messages? Really? I don't remember that on the screen, but yes, sourcegen.dev was on the ASP.NET community stand up this morning, which was fun. The suspense. Sorry, dear Fluxka. Don't beats on why Darren is wrong. So, Darren, you still haven't answered me. Is this roughly what you were talking about? The alternative to events? Because I want to talk some more. Do I know anything about Cortana? I know little about Cortana other than I posted a picture of my taskbar in a Discord and someone said, ooh, you have Cortana left on. I don't use it much. I imagine you can write apps that integrate. I would be very surprised if like Power Apps doesn't integrate with it, but I don't know. Sorry. Um, Darren has said, we're waiting for Darren. Okay. So anyway, this is essentially what Darren was saying was, events don't belong to the, in fact, he says it here. Where did he say it? Hang on, let me find it. An event feels like a thing, not a contract of behavior. Fine. So, and I get this. I get like, hey, give me, I have a renderer. I'd like to update it. It tells, it's very explicit. More that you should pass through a function that acts upon the higher level object. Well, that's yes. So you pass through a function. So what would happen here is in game, instead of is dirty, it would go through and basically you would say, right, well, so this is a cacheable layer. So you would register, and the registration would do, whatever it needs to do. In this case, it would somewhere there's a cache, and it would evict it from the cache. Image buffer. So this would say image buffer dot remove the renderer. So that's how you would register. I would say more that you should pass through a function that acts upon the higher level object. Yeah. So this is that function, right? This is like saying, hey, you tell me when you're good to go, but I'm going to worry about what to do or whatever. And I get this. This is totally fine. I'm not arguing against this. What I wanted to sort of point out, though, if we go back to the event model, is this is normally how you write events, but you can write events like this, kind of like a property. And when something registers for your event, so in this case it would be cacheable dot changed plus equals, and that is image buffer dot remove, right? So this plus here, right? So this registration calls into this method, and then behind the scenes, what gets generated here is essentially listeners.add value. Excuse me, this isn't going to work because value is an event handler, not a action, but you get the idea. So an event under the covers is pretty much a function that says, hey, let me know when you're done. The event just has this slightly nicer syntax of this plus equals and minus equals, so you don't have to maintain a list. And in an event handler, if I press F12, I can't say an event handler, right? It's a delegate. Don't suppose that, no. All delegates in .NET can be multicast delegates, which means they can essentially function as a list. So if you have a reference to a function, you can then combine it. In fact, can you do this? You can possibly do this with action too. Updated dot combine? No. That's interesting. Get invocation list. Yeah, of the multitask delegate. So how do you combine? I thought there was a way to combine. Maybe I'm remembering the method wrong. But anyway, you can convert any delegate to a multicast delegate. So essentially an event is just a list of functions to be called. And there you go. That's my bit. I've said it. I don't even know why I started with this rant. But essentially, events are functions. There, I said it. I'm just going to revert all of these changes because I have no idea. Why the hell is it called an event? Well, that's probably, I don't know, like probably Visual Basic 1 history or Visual Basic 3 or 2. I don't know. It's just called an event. I wonder, actually, let's have a look. I wonder if SharpLab will. Oh, did the build work? Speaking of. No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Something broke. Oh, this will be fun to find out, won't it? Ah, dear. Could not be loaded from the assembly. All right. Yeah, let's have a look. What happens? Public. Whoops. Event handler foo. Now we can go this dot foo plus equals. I don't know. Does this thing expand events? It does. There was a Visual Basic before 5. There was. God, I wonder if I've got any Visual Basic 3 apps on this machine. Probably not. I used to love Visual Basic 3. VB3 was so good because VB3 was Xcopy deployable. So all through university, I did all of my assignments in VB3 if they didn't specify a language. So everyone else was doing Java. Like, I remember there was this AI thing where I wrote a genetic algorithm to classify flowers, and everybody did theirs in Java, and I did mine in VB3, and it was glorious because it had a visual thing. It was so good. VB3 came free on the cover of a magazine, absolutely. I skipped VB4 because it said on the box, you know, designed for the internet, and I didn't have a good internet connection, so I thought, I better not get that one. It probably won't work. The naivety of youth. Yeah, so an event handler generates these ads, right? And you can see it has, so this is the event handler it's got a store in, right? It gets the current one, and then it adds him in a loop with interlocked exchange, so it's thread safe. Delegate.combine, right? Static method, yes. So it basically says, shove this event handler, which is this one, and shove this new one into it, and away you go. So this is just maintaining a list of functions to call. That's how they work. They're just hidden away behind a slightly nicer syntax. But fair enough. You know, did you say it was, no, you didn't say it was data, did you? It's a thing. It does feel more like a thing, but yeah, you can think of it as just a register and an unregister thing. Moved into marketing, yeah, well. We give Aaron Powell a lot of crap for being in marketing. It's kind of fun. But yes, there was a VB3. There was also, you'll love this one. There was a VB for DOS. This was the first Visual Basic I used, and it was glorious. It had, this is a tiny picture, but it had buttons and it had menus, and it was excellent, and it was all just ASCII art. It was glorious, glorious ASCII art. Totally like why I love the train tracks here being ASCII art. It totally can be traced back to Visual Basic for DOS. It even looks the same. See, I could have made that. That's a list box. Oh dear. Anyway, so I'm really old. Let me see. I guess we should probably upgrade a package version or something. Let's have a look. I guess my reading was it looked like we had data on interface rather than a contract. Yes, I definitely can see why it does. It looks like, say, hello, I have an event. I have a thing I own. But it isn't. Oh, consolidate. What the? That's a new tab. I have 15 packages to update. Oh, ski sharp. Wait. Oh yeah, right. Wow. Should I just go hog wild and like upgrade the lot? Should we do it? Should we do it? Let's do it. Yes. What's the worst that could happen? Well, thank you, Darren. I'm glad you liked the conversation. Give me QBasic. I love QBasic. Hey, I remember QBasic. I remember gorillas.bas. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Hey, Grumpy Game Dev. Welcome in. Welcome in. This is getting to be a weekly thing. I think you're stalking me. Welcome, raiders. Welcome. Oh, I don't have a raid thingy on my new bar. Do you like my new bar? This is new. I did this last week. I don't have a raid thing. Yes, like, wouldn't it be good if like another train appeared or there was as many carriages as viewers? I'm not that clever, so I haven't done that. Which actually, if I resurrect the Blazer branch, anyway. I am updating all of my packages in the world, but check it out, Grumpy Game Dev. Check out my terrain. Look at this wonderful one. Look at this minimap. How good does that look? And you can move around the world, and the world is actually interesting. It's not flat white. It's not any type of coffee, in fact. Zing. I love this terrain. Oh, you know what? I realized I haven't used trees in a while. Maybe trees should auto-generate as well. Yeah, maybe we need some random tree placement. Uh-oh. My button's not working. Oh, they are. Okay. Come on, packages. God, we're still going. It is installing the world. Look, I have a rich text editor now. Different tree rendering based on height. Well, that would be awesome. Color of the trees to match. Yes, color of the what's it called? The canopy? I don't know. The foliage, the plumage, beautiful plumage. That would be fairly awesome. Do I consolidate this package after updating? I wonder, maybe I don't... Oh, I don't need to consolidate anymore. Maybe. Oh, nope. Now I need to consolidate 2 packages. Source link. Whoa. Nope. Wait. 3, 4. Oh, you know what? This will be updating packages in common. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, no. Oh, no, I don't want to do that at all. And now I have to undo these changes and then hope that the whole thing builds. Uh-oh. Okay, I might leave getting it building for a weekend job when no one else is watching, because it could be a terribly, terribly boring use of my time and yours. Look, it ruined my source generator. Oh no, it didn't. It just laid the code out. Okay, it just formatted my source generator. Yeah, all these versions are now in the wrong spot because these want to do on my package file. Ugh. Okay, I am... No, not stage. The opposite of stage. Okay, let's undo that. I will have to work out why the build is broken some other time. How to undo? Go. I hate that you can't do this in Visual Studio. I also hate submodules, but for other reasons. How do I do this? I go like git reset heads, I think. Yeah, let's go. Okay. What are we doing? All right, choices. Tiny C#9 thing, or move the minimap onto the game via as a start to the UI system. These are your choices. Please vote. Let tracks render on water and draw bridges. Should only take 20 minutes. Yeah, we can try that. I don't mind. Somebody vote. It will take ages. Yeah, probably will. All right. Actually, given the track caching that Scott added, you're right. Actually, it will. Oh, I did have. Yeah, let's. I wanted to do this. Hang on. Let's. Do I want to? I didn't actually end up doing that is dirty thing. One thing we can do now that we have C#9. See all of this horrible code and this horrible code that I wrote that I don't understand. What we can actually do now is we can type in this magic word called record. And we can do this. Whoops. So let's do that. Let's use C#9 and create records. And let's hope that the IDE is going to be nice. Because so far, it's got lots of red squiggles. And it might not be being nice to me. But so essentially the theory is I do that and I get a wonderful class that is immutable and... Yep. What's wrong with this? Oh yes, is external init. Is not defined. I forgot the namespace for it. What was it? System.runtime compile service. So don't tell anyone, but you're not supposed to use these things in .NET Core 3. But through the wonders of knowing tricks, you can do this, and all the red squiggles go away. I love this. I just love this. Like this is the mystery of .NET, that it says like, oh no, I can't find a thing, and then you create a thing. It's like, okay. Now this naming violation is possibly wrong. So these, I think. Oh, look at this. So, oh no, that's, yeah. See, one wants to. This wants to rename it back, but then now this one wants to rename it back again. I think the analyzers haven't been updated. Is the problem here. But so what this should do, and I'm actually curious. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know whether that casing is correct or not. How does that generate? This one. No, okay, so it needs to be capital, yeah. And then all of those go in the constructor. So that's actually not what we want anyway. Alright, so this might work. Okay, so because I don't want to pass everything in the constructor, I want to define these properties myself. So we're going to go back to doing it this way. Which, you know what, I'm just going to undo this change entirely because it's quicker to type it again. Excuse me. So let's make this a record. We still get rid of that. We get rid of all of this. We get rid of this. I think we still need these external init. Yes, we do. And then what we do is we change all of these things to the word init. And what this means is, so this is an immutable record. It has an empty constructor. So this style of object initializing will still work. But this is a read-only object. This is immutable. So before, what was happening? Well, even now, right? What is happening with these object initializers is these are just setting properties, right? This is a property. And this is setting properties on this paintbrush object. Of course, if an object is immutable, you can't set properties on it. So the init accessor, I guess, here, what it does is it means you can use the property and set the property if it's being used in an object initializer and no other time. So I have this paint thing here. I'm setting this property to black, but if I try, and set it to red or reference equals, it's a compiler, right? Because it can't be assigned to. Well, I press minimize. How awesome is that? Sorry, I was scared by my phone. It buzzed. How awesome is that? I think that's awesome. So now we have this immutable paintbrush. Excellent. What if you want a red paintbrush? Well, now you can go red paint equals paint with, check that out, with color equals colors dot dark red. And I can again set, if you like, this is just unused, right? Yep, cool. I can set that property, right? This is setting a property, because this is also an object initializer. What this is doing is this is copying paint, changing the color, and then giving me a copy. So everything has value semantics. It's awesome, and it generates the quotable stuff. I think actually, let's back to SharpLab because I can't remember. I think it generates for you all of the. Oh, this isn't going to work because I don't have colors and paint styles, but that's all right. We can get rid of that. We can do that. Oh, and we need this one in SharpLab too. That's kind of funny. So what this does, yeah, so this generates for me. So the property looks perfectly normal, right? It's just got a setter because the init thing is just compiler stuff. And then what we get a 2-string, we get a thing. Yeah, so we get operators, we get hash code, which I already had, so I was doing it right anyway, just for the record. We get equals. Does it implement equatable? It does. Where's the is initialize in it? Oh no, that won't be visible in C#. Yeah, and so then the with operator is then we'll call clone and we'll set the actually I can show you that. Let's have a look. C and I'll look whenever you use sharplad you have to use C and M. I don't know why. That's a rule. So we can go var paint equals new paint brush. And we can set text size to 12. Oops. And then we can go var paint 2 equals paint with text size equals 11. And so what this will generate, we go all the way down the bottom, surely. So you can see this is just setting a text size property. The underlying code is the same. It's just the compiler ensures that nowhere else can you set that property. And same thing here. We call clone, we set a property. We're done. Which is awesome. Like, it just, look at all this code it generates for me that I just don't want and don't need to care about. Now, the other reason that I like this is because what I can do now, so this uses color. Is color an enum? No. So color can get the exact same treatment. In fact, color here, we're going to use this version though. So what this version does, and I'm going to copy it into this file, is one class per file is fine, but one record per file is a little silly. What this version does, if you ignore the naming violation, is it just automatically creates one property with a getter and an init, but also it's a parameter of a constructor. So now you can still use object initializers, but you have to supply to the constructor, and so obviously that doesn't make any sense. You've got something fun for me? Oh god, have you been playing with Perlin noise? No, we're talking about C#. Pencil, and text align left. You know what? I'm just going to get rid of all this. I don't want at least a single thing. Go away, text align. That's really quite sad. I was hoping there'd be more things I could change to records. Oh, there's another enum. Oh, there's another enum. Get rid of that. I've received a PR. Here's a record. I will create. I need to create it over here. So this one takes everything in the constructor, so that can come up here. This is one case where I don't mind the relentless pursuit of brevity in code, because these classes, they are just a bit silly, right? Nobody needs to write out all of that, and this is perfectly readable, I think. Why did that not order? Yeah, the naming violations are annoying, and this is only because I'm in .NET Core 3, so I'm cheating. Let's see if any of that compiles. I've just broken the world. Should we look at our pull request or /issue? We'll see what it is. Oh, it's pull request. Make everything to scale. Oh, is this zooming? Did you do zooming? So game scale is 4, and then the cell size is 40 times the game scale. So we're starting off 4 times bigger. Floats is fine. Game per... Oh, you just move some stuff around there. Okay. Oh, this is track parameters. Yeah, we probably should just get rid of all this. Oh, I see. So everything multiplies by 4. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fair. I wonder if there's a way we could... Couldn't we just do that in the game class by scaling the canvas? Or would that make things too slow? Because this is a lot of multiplying to remember, which is kind of annoying. Alright, I'm merging it. I don't care. It's not like it builds anyway. Yeah, merge the pull request. Why not? Dear. Let's see what happens. I guess I should do this before I commit anything. Oh, I'm gonna have a merge commit now. I think. Maybe not. Trains just got big. Oh, is this giant trains? Is this giant train mode? I can't actually do math, so. All right, let's get rid of some of these. We are getting rid of that. We're getting rid of that. I've wanted to clean up this stuff in so long. Text align. There is only one. We can always put it back if there's more than one. Uh-oh. That's what? What is that breaking? That's weird. Ah, there we go. Okay. Don't need you. Wait. We do need to remember what these all are, though. Small. No, the names are the same. Excellent. Excellent. Delete more code. Get rid of you. Awesome. Okay, so arc size is small. Clockwise. Now I need to fix all these errors before I can see the results of that PR. Get rid of that. I think I can get rid of all of these ifs as well. Yeah, but that's alright. Name DI does not exist. Yes, it does. Just try harder. Oh my god, so many naming violations. Alright, does it build? Is Arc2 even used anymore? Probably not. And I think there's one of them now as well that... Oh no, because it's not used anymore. I think when this was used, it would have been like 000. It like passes in one value for any of these. Arc2 was kind of hilarious. Yeah, it's probably not used anymore because you do connect to. Oh, grr. I hate that. One negative about default interface members is that nothing stops you putting visibility on it on interface members. It's just ugly and wrong. Okay, so is the DI completely broken or will this run? Set Skeletal 1 to get back to normal. Yes, no, I want like control mouse wheel support, I guess, to zoom. Or maybe we just start it smaller. Oh my god. Oh, this is great. But wait. Oh, it's still 3000 pixels. Yeah, okay, so that needs to obviously change. Look at those giant trains. Awesome. It's like giant head mode. Was that Doom that had giant head mode? God, they're smooth as butter, aren't they? Whew. Lovely. It still takes so long. So let's do it at 0.4 scale. How funny is this gonna look? Because this is zooming out. Bigger marks takes longer. Yes, it definitely takes longer to serialize. Oh dear. Also, my window keeps starting up at the wrong spot. Oh, that looks so cool. Okay, the drawing's a bit crap. In fact, hang on. Let me clear this so we paint the whole screen. Yes. Ah, that is. Oh, it's yeah. The drawing looks a bit fuzzy, and the mouse movements now are so big that it's harder to draw the tracks. But yeah, as far as look, you can put on 2 trains instead of 1. Oh, that looks so cool though, to look at the terrain. That's awesome. Yes, the DPI, I know. I wonder how performance is going. Diagnostics. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Man, 50 milliseconds to draw the terrain layer. That is shocking. And you can see it's a bit jerky when I drag it around. Where's the tracks? Draw cache tracks. Oh, tracks is still quick. I love this game. Can I just say, look at that. It takes 45 milliseconds to render the background. But we are drawing at 60 frames a second, and you can't even notice because the threading is just perfect on this. Oh my god, that one stream where I finally cracked the threading. That was good. I love this. This is absolutely fantastic, and I definitely want to put some kind of mode in where you can get to a zoomed out view. This is so good. The other thing actually I realized I need to do is probably should start this viewport in the middle. Anyway, enough distractions. Now this is going to take a while to save because now this actually has more data. Yeah, that looks great. So okay, I'm going to add that to the list of things to fix up here. Is get rid of the 3000. I might have to end the stream while this is still saving. Join me tomorrow when this window should have closed. Well, okay, so it was 16K. Let's see. Yeah, normal size map is 17. Well, this should be, you know, twice as big, basically, a little bit over. It's 0.4 scale, so it's still going. it's still saving. Oh dear. The other thing though, this is perfect for run length encoding. Like, absolutely, and it wouldn't be hard. Like run length encoding as the simplest possible thing. Excuse me, but the actual format here, like, just put it in a compression stream. Oh my god, it's changed. It's a CSV. Why is this so slow? Like, even though it's a CSV, I just don't get it. It shouldn't be this slow. What is it doing? You've unleashed my secret shame. Welcome to the CSV stream. Hey, there are some people who would like this. Seriously, what is this thing doing? How can it take this long? What is it doing? Where are we? Trains. It's not responding. It's not using any disk. I think it's just crashed. It's using a bit of RAM. Maybe is it doing it all in RAM? Oh dear. What? Okay, we're gonna close that. Maybe all the permutations in memory being dropped. What do you mean the permutations? How does this? Okay, I'm gonna look now. I'm gonna look at the terrain. Oops, the terrain serializer. So it has two loops. Oh no, that's the deserialize. Okay, so it has two loops. It creates a string builder, but that's. Oh, and then it's pulling this out. Yeah, that could be slow. That could definitely be slow. Instead of just looping through all of the terrain. It still shouldn't have been that slow, right? Like, I know, I guess that string builder would get pretty big and it's got to double all the time, and yeah, that is kind of, I mean, to be fair, it also does return a string, so you can't write to the file directly. That is hilariously bad. Alright. Well, I'm happy with that though. Cleaned up the drawing a bit. Let's clean up some more errors here. I would like to... Oh, can't I do this in the whole document? Oh, that's annoying. I'm just going to clean up all of these. That's really... These ones, annoyingly, I will have to suppress. In source. And we'll just do that. Swap first or default for get terrain or default. Oh yeah, that's a good point. It's a dictionary, isn't it? It's called UTF-8. I mean, it's not... Technically, it's correct. Those numbers are written in... what's it called? Terrain? No. What? Oh, it's an IEnumerable. Nah, it's an IEnumerable. Probably worth making it a dictionary. Nah, worry about it later. It's all good. It's all good. So many naming violations. Oops. Red paint. Don't need red paint. Well, that'll speed it up. Okay, can I please just fix this in the whole file? Please. Hello. Hello. Come on. I'm gone. Can't do nothing. Ah, dear. Okay. Yes, the whole project. Go. Do your thing. As long as it closes before you go away, make a cup of tea. Yeah, it just means, as you say, it just means you are inspired to want to use the program more, which is not a bad thing. Run it at the start of your day. Have little trains going around, soothing you, making your mood happy, and then at the end of the day, close it and go to bed. Alright. March of cleanup. Awesome. Load times are very fast. It's just the unload times. Like, I can just do this, can't I? And the element selector is optional. I don't use dictionaries much. And then we go try. That gonna work? No, because it gets a value. Oh wait, hang on. We don't need the whole terrain either, we just need the height. So this is height, and then this is not. This is height is 0. I think that works. Let's find out. Definitely throw an exception as terrain. Like, come on, I'm not that bad. Soothing trains, absolutely. I don't have a soothing voice, so I gotta write software to do it to soothe you for me. Let's see if this is actually gonna be fast. So it still loads, and 1x still works, so that's a plus. And close. Holy wow! Hey, it works. Oh, actually, we're missing a bit down the bottom. What the? That's weird. Whose bug is that? Yours or mine? Okay, there's a bunch of black squares there. Yeah, that works. Oh, that's off by 1. That's interesting. I'm going to call that bug pre-existing and blame you. Let's have a look. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put a track in every corner. Oh, I like that. There's a little green square in the corner there. Okay, so everyone remember what they look like? There's a green square. No green square. That's annoying. Okay, close. And that's in the corner. Aha! We have found a bug. Less than or equal to max row. That should work. I mean, this is kind of useless, but that should work. Are we dropping it from the read? Lines.length -1 is presumably what we want. Go through the heights. We add it. Anyone see the bug? Anyone? Anyone? It is hilariously fast now. This is a dictionary, I just want to point out. I don't know what I went wrong. The last line of the terrain got dropped. Oh, wait. Yeah. Column row, that's right. This is Cascadia code, which is the new one that they released with the Windows terminal. There's something about Fira code. I remember trying it ages ago and I didn't like it. I don't know. One of the linkages just didn't sit well with me. Is it not being written or not being read? Well, I don't know. For that, I would have to decipher your weird CSV file format. You tell me, Darren. Oh, well, maybe that's the answer. There's a blank line at the end. If that was processing a blank line, no, that would work. Heights, we split on that. Height of length, that's right. Let's debug and find out, shall we? So let's delete these two and we'll find out. You suspect the serializer. Well, I do too, because it was slow and therefore I don't like it. Alright, we're just gonna pop a track and close. Alright, so we have our dictionary of terrains, 5,000 of them, jeez. And we have 74 rows. Okay. So, what do I want to do? This isn't going to give me line numbers, is it? No. So the blank line at the end is definitely not helping anybody. 74 rows. Does that sound right? Should be 75. Okay. Does row start at 0? No, that's right. 74 is the max row, and it starts at 0. So that's okay. That's fine, and that's less than or equal to, so that's okay. So there's 74. There should be 75 lines in my string. Yes. I think. Wow, that's... Yep, we're just gonna do that one. Thank you very much. Thanks for playing. Really? Uh-oh. I did a bad thing. I did a bad thing. I banned the wrong person. Uh-oh. See, that's where Scott was being very nice. And, sorry, Scott. You deleted the message just as I clicked my mouse, and your message went, whew. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. See, it's not the comedy we intend to you know, intend to do. I'm sorry. Surprised you can actually ban a moderator. I guess it makes sense, but you know. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, there we go. Hello everybody, that was exciting. That was very exciting. Right, so what are we doing now? Right, we're going back to this. Okay, so we've deserialized Bans work fast. Yeah, well, unbans fortunately also fast. Okay, so this file has 75 lines and a 76th. So is that... Yeah, maybe the 76th. Oh, really? Come on. Boring. Alright, 75 lines. Okay. Weird. Well, now I don't know what I'm looking for. If this has 75 lines and none of them are blank, and it starts at 0, so our row 1 column is 0 and 0. Yeah, so that's 5500, which I think it was like 5565 before, right? Why do I think I'm missing something obvious here in my math? Why aren't you doing a for each? Yeah, I don't know. No good reason. This could definitely be a for each. Yeah, 5625. That's what it was before. So if lines.length is 75, I don't understand. It must be jumping out early somewhere, but oh, it's less than, so you don't need the -1. You only need the -1 if it's... Oh dear. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Adrian. Thank you. Darren. Grr. It's alright, you get full credit. Here, watch, I'll do this. Everybody, Adrian found the bug. The hilarious thing is, on this little screen over here on the right where I highlight chat messages, I can highlight the offensive message that has been deleted even though it's been deleted, which is kind of funny. I miss my little green icon. Oh, what was your little green icon? I don't know what that was. Can I give you the icon back again? Mod. Oh, you're not a mod. Oh, how do I do that? There you are. Now you have a sword. Okay, so now we're going to do this. We're going to click, and then we're going to click there. We're going to close. We have a track in the corner. We have another. Oh, you can't see that. Grr. I'm also getting used to this new stream layout. All right, cool. We fixed a bug. Yay, we fixed a bug, everybody. And we made serialization actually not the worst thing in the world. I'm sorry, look, it's not that I want to blame anyone else, it's just, come on, it's at least, you know, half for someone else's fault. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be like this, because terrain is beautiful and wonderful and I love it so much, and I'm going to get rid of some more single element enums now because I can. Ah, dear. VI does exist, you stupid thing. Maybe your computer is just super fast and your hard disk is super fast, and so you didn't have a problem. But I have a tiny little slow hard drive that it struggled with writing a CSV file. CSV files aren't easy, Clip operation. You know what I really wanted to do today? I wanted to find an auto-tune OBS plugin because I was envisaging, saying, hey, let's try records. And have you ever seen that video of like the history of the world where the guy like his job is to write jingles, and he wrote this video, and it's so good, but it whips into auto-tune every now and again, and I love it. Anyway, I kind of wanted to do that with the We're Trying records. I don't know why. I also don't know why I'm telling you this, because there's no way this is interesting, but you know, you're in my world, so bad luck. Get rid of that. When life gives you lemons, do trains? What? This could be the motto of this stream. For each, that's true, for each. What are you doing, Scott? You're banning every single individual pixel in this thing? Did it happen again and I didn't notice? I think the threat is over. Call me, I don't know what, but call me something. Call me Al. He's gone mad with power. This is why I stripped you of your title in the first place. I need an operation. Intersect. Oh, actually I don't. It's totally optional. Okay. And anti-alias is probably only ever set to one thing, so I can probably go that too. Set to false. Yeah, that'll do for now. I'm not blaming Scott for the serialization, JT. Jeez, calm down. I think the chat is disappearing too quickly, but then I guess it would obscure Solution Explorer if it didn't, so it feels weird not seeing it above my head. Chat. Hello. So Darren, now that you've helped me fix the serialization, can you fix the build times? Is that possible? Is there any more CSV files we can get rid of here? Ah dear. Well, it's 20 minutes to go before I'm gonna expire in a fit of tiredness. Let's see if we can fix the build quickly. I'm sorry, I did not get on to doing UI. I had good intentions, and then click that button though. I did that, and I did that. I could do that enum thing, the event thing, maybe, but I think if you delete the tracks and trains, I'm not sure what they really led to terrains.net. Hey, if you want to fork the project, this is the beauty of open source. I can't stop you. There's an MIT license. I don't think you even need to acknowledge me. I don't know, I haven't read MIT. So I'm pretty sure this is just an incompatibility where this version of the tool set is... Although why would this break now? 3.1100. Are we hard? Am I hard coding what .NET Core version? Maybe we just try updating .NET Core version. This one. Yes, I'm specifying a version. Well, let's do a quick Google. Well, it does say assembly with the same name is already loaded, which is odd. You wouldn't have thought that would happen. Oh look, here's an issue on the Roslyn repo, which is old. Oh, 3. Maybe. By design, .NET Core can load a single version of tasks. This is essentially asking us to load 2 versions. Right. How have I asked it to when I haven't changed anything though, Jared? Oh, add a reference. So where one project references the toolset and the other doesn't? That doesn't make sense because this worked, and in fact works on my machine, as they say. Okay, well I guess I'm not doing this though. Let's see if a .NET Publish works on my machine. Let's see, indeed. Go command prompt. Oh, really? There we go. Maybe Publish broke. That's kind of surprising. can't imagine why. Because yeah, nothing. I don't think I changed anything with projects. You know what? I should check the history. Maybe I did. I have a feeling actually. I think I did something on the weekend. This is why I shouldn't do things on the weekend. Only do them on stream. Clean up namespaces was not it. What date was it? Last Wednesday? Yeah, that was the only thing I did on the weekend. Does this include any package versions? No. You didn't change any project files, did you, Darren? No, this is all code. Oh god, so fast. Getting seasick. I don't think so. I don't know why this would break. It worked here, and then I merged this PR and it stopped working. And it works on the command line. Wrong one. But I'm using .NET 5. All right, let's grab a newer .NET Core. What are we up to? 401, I think. Yeah, 3.1. Yeah, 401. Let's throw that in. What's the worst that could happen? I don't know. I guess it could break the build even more. And while we wait for that to queue off and build, I kind of blacked out Rights of Coding community who've described my entire career. Ah dear, yes, we've all been there. We've all been there. I should have renamed this while I was editing the terrain serializer, because it's definitely not a UTF-8, it's CSV, and it's pretending to be UTF-8, but you're not fooling me. So what I was going to do, maybe I'll make some interfaces. Whoops. Go away. What I was going to do was do some UI. So maybe we'll see if we can talk about UI and do it next week. If the add new item dialog box shows up. We're going to have an iScreen. iScreen, UScreen, wheel screen for iScreen. I think iScreen or like UI layer or something. So a screen, I think we're going to have a render method, of course, which takes a canvas. It's going to have a hit test method, which is going to take X and Y coordinates, and then it's going to have, let's go with Google. I'm going to call it interact rather than click. Although, do we need hit test and interact? Yes, we do, because they might want to mouse over and light up some things. So that's what a screen's going to have. That's my thinking. And so the screen is going to draw, it's going to be given a canvas. It's not going to be given a pixel mapper. Why floats? Essentially, everything in Skier Sharp is floats, and you can draw to the half a pixel. So even though those mouse coordinates are probably unlikely to ever be anything but ints, it just kind of suits. Everything ends up being floats. It's kind of annoying. I don't like them. I prefer ints, but you know, it's inevitable. Why fight progress? So the only thing, the render, maybe, you know what? Actually, I'm going to make them ints. You've convinced me, JT. I know you weren't trying to, but you did anyway. Yeah, maybe the canvas should take a width and a height just for fun. And so basically, stuff will draw on the screen. The screens will then have order. And so I wrote some notes. I thought about this on the weekend. Yeah, that's all. Hit, test, and interact. I think that's cool. I mean, we could call that handle interaction or handle mouse click, but you know. Oh, actually, what about handle interaction and a bool pressed? That's probably nicer because I think hit testing and things, I think they'll be very similar. Vector 2. I don't understand vectors. Did I push that? Is my action running? Oh, I did. Hey, the build worked. Just got the notification. Yay! All right, awesome. We're fixed. That's cool. That's cool. All right, that's a good way. I'm happy now. We can end. I'm happy. I probably should have a global.json, but I'm allergic to them. I would like to go to .NET 5 sometime soon, but I don't really want to fight with Comet, so maybe not. So I screen, and so then what's going to happen is we're going to have a minimap screen. And so then in game, that's not where game is. Where's game? Let's move game. And we'll move our game. I'm really tempted to just pull out all of the interfaces and put them in a separate library. I don't know why. Let's put track tool in Tarax and tree tool in nature. Sure. So then in game, what we're going to have is we have our layer renderers, and we're going to also have an enumerable of screens, and they're very different, and they're deliberately very different because the interaction with them is completely different. So with renderers, you interact with them via tools, and with screens, you interact with them directly. And we have to draw screens on top of renderers, things like that. The TDD here is astounding. Shut up. I have tests. They just don't drive my development. But that's okay. I don't care. I should care. I'm aware of my own faults. I just choose to ignore them. Have you not read the testimonial on the front of my repo? Have you not read this wonderful testimonial? I'll just leave that with you there for a minute, as you read the wonderful statement that sums up perfectly this project. The tests are very under-engineered, if you didn't get that. Yes, you're famous. You absolutely are. I seriously, as soon as you said that, I'm like, that's going straight to the pool room. It was glorious. All right. But it's fun. Yeah, okay, so we're going to have a list of screens, and so then... Now, the interesting thing with this... actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to do this better this time, I think. This game class is too big, right? Let's get rid of this. What I actually want is I want a new class that is going to render all of the screens, because... And this is where we get interesting. We could have the screens rendering in a separate render loop, and then it can be a little bit slower because it doesn't have to render on every frame. We get a lot of benefit by rendering on every frame because essentially we'd have to worry about state changes affecting drawing, because it's going to be drawn again like that. Hello, Hermes. Are you like? Is it pronounced like the watch? I'm not wearing my watch. Like the watchman. Welcome in. But yeah, so a screen renderer could have its own render loop, which would be interesting. And since we have immutable everything, it would be cool. But the game... So one thing that's missing is who handles the mouse clicks. Essentially, at the moment, that is down here in completely the wrong layer. That is in the train delegate. Yeah, so, no, not draw. Where are we? Yes, so see this start interaction, right? So this gets the tools and knows which one is the current tool, etc. All of that stuff has to move onto probably the game class for now. And actually, yes, so the game will need to ask the screens. So we'll do this for now. But yeah, in an ideal world, this should move. So when we render, oh yeah, we probably want another, I guess we need another buffer? Interaction manager? Funny, Twitch thinks that's a URL. Yes, interaction manager is a pretty good name for it. Yeah, I mean, a screen manager, interaction. The one thing I don't know, and this is totally my fault, but so with the way that my DI works, I can't just create a screen renderer and inject a timer and go nuts. It has to be injected somewhere. Like it all has to come from, be connected, right? Although I guess that would have to happen anyway, because the game is the only thing that gets the actual canvas to draw on. Yeah, actually oh no, this creates a canvas. Yeah, no, okay, that would work. So this could just ask the screen manager for its buffer. Who would have got the manager pattern joke? Is that a joke? I don't know. All design patterns are jokes to some people, because, well, yeah. But yeah, so the screen manager could be called here to say, hey, draw your back buffer. And then it can have its own version of this with its own timer. That'll work. That'll work nicely. Screen manager? Interaction manager? I don't know. So this would have a void drawer. What do we call it? I think it's just called render. Yeah, fine. Hold when the actual screen is being painted. Give me a buffer and nobody gets hurt. Well, performance gets hurt usually with my code, but yes, I get the point. And so then this would take in its own timer, would set up its own canvases. Yeah, this would work. And then, yeah, where does this go? Interaction manager. This could have an interaction manager. Yeah, I like that. I don't mind that at all. It might have been a joke. I don't care. Interaction, because then you can hang mouse and keyboard off it later. Yes, exactly. Yeah, so this can get injected into the UI, and the game doesn't need to know about it at all. And then this just says, hello, give me all your screens, and this says, give me all your screens. And yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So then this one has I don't even want to call it a mouse really, but do I do one method? Do I do a mouse down? Do I do a mouse move? Let's be lazy for now. We'll copy Windows for now. And obviously this shouldn't be mouse. This should be, finger potentially. I think that's what we do. We have start interaction. We have drag, which we'll have to do ourselves, but that's okay. We have mouse up. That's probably going to be important if we're going to do our own drag. We have hover, which we already have. I think this makes sense. pointer, as in what the pointer looks like. So that would eventually, what's going to happen with all of this is this class will go away. I think the whole comet, everything will just go away, and everything will be custom drawn. So pointers can become part of something or other. I don't know. There's an interesting idea here, which I haven't fully fleshed out. Oh, pointer down, I see. Yeah, that's a good... sure. Let's do that. Thank you. There's an interesting thing that I think I'll be interested to see how far we go with, or need to go with. But so a screen. If you imagine a screen, let me run this code. So think of the train control panel, right? Which is this ugly row of buttons at the top at the moment. We'll ignore that. We're not going to talk about it. Oh no. I did not do this properly. If you think of the train control panel, imagine in the real game once we're finished, right? That's hovering in the top right somewhere. And on it, and I'm just going to draw some tracks in to simulate. No, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this. Imagine this panel is a panel of UI. Obviously, this panel is updating all of the time, right? These numbers are changing all the time. But see, these numbers aren't changing all the time. And so we could draw this screen every frame, or we could slow it down and draw the screens every 2 frames or every 7 frames or whatever. But you could also just cache them like we cache these layers, and you could therefore fire events to say yes, unchanged, and then you probably wouldn't have to, like, the screens aren't going to change much. But what you could do is you could have a specific screen for just the number here, right? And so in the train example, if I draw some tracks, so this speed here, right? This is pretty much the only part of this that actually changes. So you could have a separate layer that just draws the speed. It can update every frame, possibly, because these trains, like, they interact, and the speeds, well, that was a terrible example. Where are we? If I do this, so these trains now interact. Excuse me. And so their speeds will change based on their interactions with each other. Not obviously while we're watching, that would be too easy. So every frame we might need to paint the speed. So what you can do is you could have a separate layer for just that number. Or rather, what you'd probably do is your base screen would draw like a speed dial, and then you have a separate layer for just the needle. And the base screen fires a change event when you pick a different train, but the needle fires a change event all the time, or sets a flag that says, yes, call me every frame. Anyway, so I think that's the sort of the idea that we'll go for, but I also suspect drawing will be fast enough that I won't need to bother, so I might never get there. But anyway, we have some interfaces, so that's cool. I think we'll neaten it up, and I think I will call it a night, because I'm very happy with how everything looks. Move some files. And hey, the build works, and the terrain is awesome looking, and it saves fast, and it's all good. We can remove the call to clear now, as terrain technically clears. Okay, which call to clear? There's lots of calls to clear. Oh, you mean to clear at the canvas? Yes, we can do that. You're right. Actually, do we need the Yeah, we can get rid of that. And we can get rid of that, obviously. But also, actually, isn't there also the terrain... Oh, maybe this got removed. Where is the terrain stuff? Layer renderer? There it is. I found it. Yeah, this... We can pretty much remove that as well, right? Because it'll never be empty. Is that right, Darren? This doesn't do the thing where if it's grass it removes itself or whatever. Yep. Cool. I don't know. Actually, I'll leave that because it is only doing it if it is empty. So just in case, I'm happy to leave that. Look at this. Look, Darren. What are these spaces doing here? I need higher standards in my PRs. That's what I need. I need more linting. I need more analyzers that are going to fail the build. Yeah, so I'll leave that one because that's okay because it's not doing it unnecessarily. But this can definitely go. Let's double check. You were very welcome, JT. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for coming and joining us. And I'm glad you were entertained. That is part of the point. Linked down out of existence. Yeah, this works. Awesome. Okay, so we can get rid of that. We can get rid of these. Get rid of that. Hello, editor. There we go. That was kind of uneventful. I was hoping there'd be more stuff to get rid of. Anyway, we made drawing slightly faster. Necessary clear. And it built, and I am happy. Alright. Now, to find someone to raid. As ever. Twitch.tv. No. Live. No. Team. There we are. Found it. I got it. I got it. Pause. Oh, wait a minute. What was it? What was it? History of the world video. I have no idea the search terms, but I'm gonna try this. Yes, it's this one. It's one of these. It's awesome. You should totally watch it. Yeah, this one. History of the entire world. Are we allowed to play this? Am I allowed to do this?
You're on a rock.
No, I'm not going to. Everybody go watch this video. I'm sure you've seen it. It's very old. We haven't rated Kim in a while. Jeez, there's not many people on today, is there? What's Kim doing? Xamarin Weekly, mobile app. Wait, Lachlan, you were here before. I feel like we have to rate Kim because Lachlan was here. Let's just make sure that Lachlan's... Wait a minute. I'm going to wait. You're going to watch this ad. I'm going to mute. You're not going to watch this ad. I'm not giving them my money. It's not my money. Yep, don't need that. Don't need that. How long do these ads go for? Yeah, wait, okay, come on. Come on. Yep. Cool. Copy. I don't know why I do that. I'm going to type it in. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. I am typing in the raid message. So hopefully you will join us and Kim. And thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Seriously, I know it's slightly hard, but if you download the release and you run the train game and just let me know, because that terrain, it's so beautiful. Am I the only one? Maybe I'm the only one. Anyway, I think it's great. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining. I'll see you next week, and on the internet and on Twitter and everywhere else. Bye-bye. Wrong screen.